Welcome back, focus learners, to the Explainer. Today, we are tackling a massive, fundamental shift happening right now in software development. We're looking at exactly how we transition AI agents from being these bloated, monolithic prototypes that only really work locally on a developer's laptop into highly secure, scalable systems that are actually ready for live production environments. So, if you've been wondering how AI agents are supposed to connect to the real world without just breaking everything in the process, well, you're in the exact right place. Let's dive in.
Here's our quick roadmap for the Explainer today. We'll kick things off with the AI integration crisis, introduce MCP as the ultimate universal connector, decode this whole open protocol ecosystem, outline some very real strategies for production, and finally, we'll talk tokens, safety, and what tomorrow holds. We are going to untangle this dense alphabet soup of open protocols step by step.
All right, part one, the AI integration crisis, or what is essentially the prototyping trap. This is the very first major hurdle developers slam into in trying to make AI agents genuinely useful. Think about the sheer mathematical nightmare of custom wiring for a second. Let's say you have a handful of different AI models. Maybe you're using Gemini, maybe a custom open source model. And let's say you want them to work with a handful of external tools, right? Jira, BigQuery, GitHub, maybe some of your own internal APIs. Well, if you have just 5 models and 10 tools, the traditional way requires wiring them up with custom integrations for every single pair. That literally means writing, testing, and constantly maintaining 50 fragile individual integrations. If just one person's API changes, multiple integrations break all at once. It's a mess.
And that right there is the core of the problem. It's the dreaded NxM Trap. Every single new model or tool you add exponentially increases your technical debt. But modern open standards provide a beautifully streamlined alternative, the O plus M scale. Instead of exponential complexity and endless headaches, you get clean, linear scaling. This is the exact transition developers desperately need to make to escape the prototyping crisis.
Which brings us nicely to part 2, MCP, the universal connector. Let's pivot and look at the heroic solution that actually rescues developers from this exponential trap. The solution we're talking about is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Look, for AI agents to be truly useful, they absolutely cannot rely solely on their training data. We know that just leads to outdated information and hallucinations. MCP solves this by allowing agents to securely connect to external tools and real-time documentation. And the best part is, it does this using standard, reliable transports like standard input-output and server-sent events, or SSE. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material because it hits the nail right on the head. MCP acts like the USB-C for tool connections. Think about it. You don't need a different, proprietary, clunky cable for every single device you own anymore. MCP does the exact same thing for AI agents. It completely standardizes how they plug into the rest of the world, dramatically lowering the integration barrier across your production cloud stacks.
All right, part 3, the open protocol ecosystem. Time to decode the rest of this alphabet soup because we need to move past the single agent monolith and explore the broader, honestly fascinating architecture of specialized agents.
Enter the agent-to-agent protocol, or A2A. Just like traditional web apps moved from giant, unwieldy monoliths to nimble microservices, AI is moving from bloated single agents to distributed multi-agent networks. A2A acts as a universal language here. It allows a highly specialized data agent to discover a specialized coding agent, negotiate with it, brainstorm, and delegate tasks back and forth using standardized, machine-readable agent cards.
Next up is A2UI, the Agent-to-User Interface Protocol. And you guys, this is an absolute game changer. Instead of an agent trying to run raw, arbitrary, and potentially super dangerous code just to show you something on screen, A2UI establishes a strict contract. It uses your existing trusted component catalog, so your buttons, your sliders, your exact design system. The agent dynamically configures and outputs personalized, interactive UIs on the fly, totally specific to the user's needs in that exact moment, all without you having to rebuild your entire front end.
Okay, but what if these agents need to buy something? When autonomous agents engage in commerce, the process absolutely must be strictly divided for safety. So, the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP, handles the merchant side. It essentially helps the agent go out and build the shopping cart. Meanwhile, the Agent Payment Protocol, or AP2, acts as the secure payment gateway. It enforces strict human sign-off mandates so your agent never accidentally goes rogue and drains your bank account. It is cleanly and safely divided.
Moving right along to part 4, strategies for production. Because it's one thing to run these protocols locally on your laptop. It's a whole different ballgame to put them into a live production environment securely.
This brings up the terrifying question that keeps developers wide awake at night. If these agents can talk to each other and trigger actions autonomously, how do you stop them from getting stuck in an infinite loop and completely torching your API budgets in a matter of hours?
Well, the crucial point is implementing some very specific developer defenses. First, you absolutely must specify maximum iteration caps right inside your agent developer kit, ensuring the agent correctly terminates rather than just looping forever. Second, you've got to continuously track meta usage data to spot any token anomalies or weird skews early. Third, set a strict cloud billing cutoff, literally implement a financial kill switch that severs access at a certain dollar amount. And lastly, optimize. Use caching, batch requests, and type prompt engineering to make your agents as token efficient as possible.
Of course, security also means protecting your databases. As the source material points out, you really have to put yourself in the agent's shoes here. You can't just hand them human-level admin access. Step 1. Configure the MCP toolbox to only register the exact, strictly necessary tools. Step 2. Your databases should natively export secure, read-only MCP servers, kind of like read replicas, so agents can view the data without ever having edit or write access. And Step 3. Rely heavily on strict agent-specific role-based access controls. Security has got to be front and foremost.
Finally, part 5, tokens, safety, and tomorrow. Let's pull all of this together and look at what this open protocol ecosystem actually means for the future of developers.
This whole thing brings us to a massive paradigm shift. For the last decade, we've constantly heard the phrase, data is the new oil. But in the era of AI agents, that has completely changed. Data is just the raw reserve now. The token is the refined fuel that actually powers the agentic engine. Whoever optimizes their token pipeline by intelligently using things like MCP, A2A, and smart caching is the one who is absolutely going to win in this new architecture.
Because these open protocols democratize access to massive scale, the core role of a developer is fundamentally transforming. You're no longer standing in front of a giant pile of data with a little manual coding shovel. Actually, scratch that. You get to put the shovel back in the shed entirely. Your role now is to be a system architect. You are supervising how these autonomous, multi-agent networks seamlessly come together to solve incredibly complex problems in minutes instead of weeks. Which leaves us with this final, really exciting thought. As we move away from those bloated, single-agent prototypes, and as tools like MCE and A2A make connecting specialized models entirely seamless and safe, what will your very first multi-agent system look like? The barrier to entry has quite literally never been lower, and the potential has never been higher. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, focused learners. Keep exploring, keep building, and I will see you next time.